Now, that is only half the movie. The rest is impactful because of the characters. Today, my review series of the Lord of the Rings trilogy ends with my review of The Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King, released in 2003. The final film of the Lord of the Rings trilogy is the most famous probably because it is 30 minutes longer than the previous two films and out-awarded only by one film, that being 1997's Titanic, by the Academy. This is one of the best examples of how to end a trilogy, delivering great payoff for its characters, whether with emotion or action. Return of the King is a war film full of skirmishes and battles. Still, the movie manages to keep its focus on Frodo's quest to destroy the ring. The movie does this by beginning with showing us how Gollum originally got the ring. I think the scene is done well, but I've never really been a big fan of it. I understand why it's there, but I think Gollum is more mysterious the less you know about him. If the reason for it being there was to remind the audience of the importance of the One Ring and to foreshadow Gollum's betrayal, the previous movie ended with showing us just that. Plus, it would have given time to have the incredible extended scene of Saruman's death, despite the filmmakers' desire to keep him in the last film. This may be up to personal preference, but I think us seeing Saruman and Grima die would have been much needed payoff. After what we saw them do in the last film, we can't just let them vanish and just stay locked up in Orthanc. After the Rohan section is finished, we begin our time in Gondor, specifically the great fortress city of Minas Tirith and its steward, Lord Denethor II. This is a very different human character from those we've met so far. From the start, we know that he will not be much of an ally in the task at hand, and that he is slowly descending into madness. Actor John Noble delivers one of the film's best performances as Denethor, as he shows the utter despair that can overtake someone in his situation. The movie, through what we see and Denethor, shows us that Gondor is a nation going through hard times, making Aragorn's return ever more urgent. Not to mention that Sauron and his armies are about to begin their great assault on the country. Sauron's hosts are shown to be unstoppable and ruthless, making it necessary that our characters unite to fight against them. The villain on the battlefield is the Witch King of Angmar, who has been given a new set of armor since the last time we saw him. Though he doesn't have a lot of screen time, he is a very threatening character in this movie, especially once he falls off the back of his fell beast with an absurdly large flail. This, of course, sets up his death very well, and Eowyn finally gets her big film moment. Regarding big moments, this movie, after the fall of Osgiliath, keeps building and building in its scale over the two towers. Where we had 10,000 orcs, now we have 120,000 orcs. Where we had siege ladders, now we have siege towers. We had bows, crossbows, and ballistas, now we have catapults and trebuchets. We had a regular battering ram held by the orcs, but now we have a giant metal, flaming, wolf-shaped ram pulled and pushed by siege beasts and trolls. We see a huge charge of horsemen, then soon after we get a charge of giant elephants. The Siege of Minas Tirith and the subsequent Battle of Pelennor Fields is perhaps the greatest filmed battle sequence of all time, although I'm still not a fan of the way that they used the army of Oathbreakers. Now, that is only half the movie. The rest is impactful because of the characters. We've been with our characters for a long time now, and we are seeing them at their best and worst moments. The best example of this is how Frodo is tricked into making Sam leave. We are upset with Frodo, but also scared of what may happen to him. This fear only builds once we enter Shelob's lair, which is one of the trilogy's best sequences, since Frodo is entirely alone against this beast of darkness. And he is eventually caught. Sam's heroic return comes just in time for the moment to land completely. Though the final sequence of destroying the ring has action in it, it is driven not by the action, but by the characters. Aragorn's final speech and nod to the audience of why we are here works because of the characters involved, not because the armies are bigger or the battle scene is bigger. The scale does go up, however, at the destruction of the ring, and we get the end of Sauron and the collapse of Mordor. The Return of the King's scale, combined with its emotion, has yet to be matched. The build-up from the first two films is paid off in the best ways with this film. Yes, there are some things that I will pick on from time to time, but they don't have much of an effect in the end for me. The final film of the Lord of the Rings trilogy gets a 9.9 out of 10. Hello everyone, this is Movies with Michael. If you enjoyed that movie review, you can show by leaving a like on this video and commenting down below what you think about this movie. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Or was it right there in between? You can tell me all that down below in the comments section. And please remember to click the notification icon to be notified about my latest videos. That's all for now, and I'll see you all next time.